away.
And we are live right now. Yes, sir. It's 9 o'clock on the eastern seaboard, New York, New Jersey, and Florida. But here in California, it's only 6 o'clock. Yes, mashallah. And we are coming to you live right now. This is June 19th, and it is 6 p.m. So set your clocks. All right, now to start out, I want to talk about one of the main characters, if you will, in Islam, and a very important person in Christianity, and inshallah, maybe even all of the world knows about him. He was a progenitor, a father, to the ones who brought forth the prophets. Many, many prophets came from him. And his name is Ibrahim. And in Arabic, that is the way you pronounce it. In English, we say Abraham, but there's no real ham in his name. It's Ibrahim. And we have a chapter in the Quran named for him. I'm going to show it to you right now. Take a look at it. Ibrahim. And in little faded letters right about here, you're going to see that it says, wait a minute. I think I can get right on it. There it is. That's where it says Abraham. All right? Now, I think it's a good idea to let you hear some of the stories right from the Quran. So we're going to take a listen to it right now, and let's get started with it. MashaAllah ta'ala. We're going to be listening, and then the translation will come up.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ألف لام را كتاب أنزلناه إليك لتخرج الناس من الظلمات إلى النور بإذن ربهم إلى صراط العزيز الحميد
Alif, Lam, Ra. This is a book which we have revealed to you, O Muhammad, that you might bring mankind out of darknesses into the light by permission of their Lord, to the path of the exalted in might, the praiseworthy.
ألف لام را كتاب أنزلناه إليك لتخرج الناس من الظلمات إلى النور بإذن ربهم إلى صراط العزيز الحميد.
Okay, now.
Alif, Lam, Ra.
Yeah.
This is a book which we...
Okay. This is set up for instructional purposes. One of the things that we like to do is help the children to learn how to recite the Quran. And this particular website is exactly the teacher that you have when you have no teacher. Because the way it works is that you can set this up. Then I'm going to show you, inshallah. Let me see if I can do that. Yeah. I want to focus on this little, let me see if I can do that. The little, yeah, there's a little dot right about here. Okay, look at it. Okay, there it is. That little black dot, okay, that is the gear wheel. And when I open it up, you see what will happen? It said reciters. You can choose many different reciters to recite in the style that you would like. Okay, and then there's different translations There's audio. You can adjust the audio. The repeat sequence, which I have it on now to the maximum, which is 5. It will repeat in 5 times, and then the translation 5 times if you want it on. And then it will make it easier for the children to recite, learn to recite, and the proper ways, so that they can participate in any kind of a gathering and maybe even lead the salah and do it properly. All right? So I wanted to show you that. And also, let's take a look at those reciters. The reciters, and that's the top one there that I'm going to click on, include Alafasi, and there he is again. Why? Because it's a different one. This particular one, he is reciting with children the 30th chapter of the Quran. And now what you want to be sure you do is apply the changes. That'll be at the bottom of the page. All right? And now let's listen to what it sounds like.
عَمَّ يَتَسَاءَلُونَ
About what are they asking one another?
عَمَّ يَتَسَاءَلُونَ عَمَّ يَتَسَاءَلُونَ
About what are they asking one another?
عَمَّ يَتَسَاءَلُونَ
About what are they asking one another?
Now, what we're doing here is letting you hear the repetition. So I'm going to change that there will be only 2 recitations, and then it'll go to the next one. All right? So that we don't waste any time here, but it is important for you to be able to hear the repeating. Now, in the middle of the page, you see another gear wheel right here, and it says 5. I'm going to change it to 1, and then apply the changes, not charges, changes. There's never any charge for any of our work that we do. Anyway, now let us start it again and see what we have. Okay? Ready? Okay, go.
عَمَّ يَتَسَاءَلُونَ
About what are they asking one another?
عَنِ النَّبَإِ الْعَظِيمِ
About the great news,
الَّذِي هُمْ فِيهِ مُخْتَلِفُونَ
that over which they are in disagreement.
كَلَّا سَيَعْلَمُونَ
No, they are going to know.
ثُمَّ كَلَّا سَيَعْلَمُونَ
Then no, they are going to know.
All right, so you can see how that works. I wanted to also show you something else, that whenever you have the we have somebody calling in right now. Let's show us Yusuf. You have a call. All right. Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum assalam.
MashaAllah. Who is calling me and where are you calling from?
My name is Sammy Yusuf, and I'm calling from Northern California.
Oh, okay. Well, we're in California too.
Yeah. So I wanted to ask something about the Recite on TV thing. So we made the video to post it on Recite on TV. So
Okay.
when we tried to post it on Recite on TV, it says like our video needs to be approved. But like when my mom would check on the video again on Recite on TV, she still didn't see it being approved.
Okay. Let me see if what we can find out about this. Okay, you're on Recite on TV. We have that website up on the screen right now, and it says upload a video. All right, and then it says start here, and then you have a login. You did the login, right?
Yes.
All right, and then when did you upload it?
I think Thursday.
And it's not already there?
No, I don't know. My mom checked, it wasn't there.
Okay, let's see. Sammy Yusuf,
Yes.
age 13 to 17?
Yes.
You were wearing a black shirt?
Yes.
Well, how come we're seeing it and you don't?
Oh, that's funny.
Okay,
Oh.
let's see.
Okay.
Let's hear how you sound.
All right.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم رب اشرح لي صدري يسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني
Ah, you did this.
Assalamu alaikum. My name is Sammy Yusuf. I live in Northern California, and I am 13 years old, and I will finish 7th grade, inshallah, next week.
Okay, you're going to finish 7th grade in less than a week, right?
Yeah, actually, three days, inshallah.
All right. Well, we're hearing all of this, but there is a problem, and I'm glad you called in so we could tell you about it. The audio is very, very low. How did you record it? With a microphone?
No, we did not use a microphone. We just used my mom's phone.
Okay, that is maybe the problem.
Not my mom's, my dad's.
Okay, but maybe that's the problem because what kind of phone is it?
It's an iPhone 7.
iPhone 7? It should have done real good.
Yeah, that's weird.
Well, the audio is good. Well, let's see what we got. I'm kicking up the sound on it as much as I can without distortion, but let's see what we got so far.
And I would like to recite Surah Al-Qiyamah. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم.
Surah Al-Qiyamah?
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. لا أقسم بيوم القيامة ولا أقسم بالنفس اللوامة أيحسب الإنسان أن لن نجمع عظامه بلى قادرين على أن نسوي بنانه بل يريد الإنسان ليفجر أمامه يسأل أيان يوم القيامة فإذا برق البصر وخسف القمر وجمع الشمس والقمر يقول الإنسان يومئذ أين المفر كلا لا وزر إلى ربك يومئذ المستقر ينبأ الإنسان يومئذ بما قدم وأخر بل الإنسان على نفسه بصيرة ولو ألقى معاذيره لا تحرك به لسانك لتعجل به إن علينا جمعه وقرآنه فإذا قرأناه فاتبع قرآنه ثم إن علينا بيانه كلا بل تحبون العاجلة وتذرون الآخرة وجوه يومئذ ناظرة إلى ربها ناظرة ووجوه يومئذ باسرة تظن أن يفعل بها فاقرة كلا إذا بلغت التراقي وقيل من راق وظن أنه الفراق والتفت الساق بالساق إلى ربك يومئذ المساق فلا صدق ولا صلى ولكن كذب وتولى ثم ذهب إلى أهله يتمطى أولى لك فأولى ثم أولى لك فأولى أيحسب الإنسان أن يترك سدى ألم يكن نطفة من مني يمنى ثم كان علقة فخلق فسوى فجعل منه الزوجين الذكر والأنثى أليس ذلك بقادر على أن يحيي الموتى جزاك الله خير and I love you for the sake of Allah.
MashaAllah, that's a cool way to wrap it up, to say, I love you for the sake of Allah.
Thank you, Jazakallah khair.
MashaAllah. You did good. You did good. I like your style, and I like the. Did you memorize it all? Were you doing it from memory, or did you have something to help you?
No, I did that all from memory.
MashaAllah, you did really good.
Thank you, Jazakallah khair.
If you want to make another one, you can, but you don't have to, because that was very nice. But if you want to make another one and increase the audio, put the microphone closer to you. I don't know how close was the phone to you?
So my mom was carrying it for me, and she was sitting right next to me.
Okay, does it make a difference which side of your phone? Can you have cameras on both sides?
The camera's on both sides, yes.
Okay, which side did you use?
We used the rear-facing camera.
I don't know. Did you play it back and listen to it?
So, like, before posting it, when we listened to the video for ourselves, it wasn't so quiet.
Okay. Well, I don't know what happened when you uploaded it. Maybe that was a problem. I don't know. But I think that it would be to your advantage to put another one up. I think you can load them up. I don't know if we changed the style this year, but I don't think it'll replace it. It'll just have two, and they can listen to both of them, the judges, you know. But one of the things that I will tell you, though, you can slow down and put some feeling into it, because you know that Yawm Al-Qiyamah is a real big thing, and Qiyamah means, yeah. Well, I'll ask you, do you know what Qiyamah means?
Does it mean resurrection?
No, it means standing. It means standing, but the idea is standing again on the day of judgment. So resurrection is not wrong in that this in the context, but the word qiyam is to stand. To stand. Okay, qiyamah is maybe standing again, but anyway, the point is that we're all going to be standing again, or in the Christian context, resurrected. They like to use that word, but it just means we're going to be pulled out of the graves and be stood up again in front of Allah, just like we were in the beginning. Before we were born, we were all in front of Allah. You know that? Okay. Yeah, see, we were all in front of Allah at the same time. The jillions and billions and zillions of all of the people that, you know, all of us were in front of Allah. And he asked the question, and I don't mean that we could see Allah. I'm saying we were in front of Allah, and He asked us a question: "Am I not your Lord?" And we all said yes. And then He removed it from our consciousness so that we don't have that makeup, but we were born with something called the fitra of service to Him. The inclination, maybe fitra could be like the inclination towards something, and we were all born with it. And this is from hadith, the standing in front of Allah and the asking of the question. The response is from one hadith of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and then the idea of being born on the fitra. He said, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, every single child is born on the fitra, the natural inclination. Yeah, that's it. Fitra could be the natural inclination to serve Almighty God. And I'm using the word service rather than slavery because abd is exactly what it means, as a dedicated servant or slave, a volunteer slave to Almighty Allah. And that's what Islam is really all about. You're a servant to Allah, and so that's why Qiyamah and Yawmul Qiyamah, Qiyam, standing, Qiyamah, restanding, etc. All of that is called in the Christianity resurrection, and all of us will be resurrected, as you know. So anyway, I didn't want to bore you with all that, but anyway.
Oh, no, you didn't.
Anyway, alhamdulillah. Okay, so, but as far as the video, it is a good video. It's looking good. There's no background sound at all. You did really good on that. And as far as the recitation, the only thing I could tell you is, do you know the meaning of this surah? Can you translate it?
Without reading it?
Yeah, well, of course.
Okay, no, I never read the translation of the surah yet.
Okay. Qiyamah, do you know exactly where it is, what number it is?
Yes. Is it chapter 75?
Let's see. Yes, it is. Well, you got that. And it says there's no sound available for this one. Huh. I didn't know that. Well, okay. I'll read it for everybody to have an idea. It said, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, La uqsimu bi yawm al-Qiyamah. All right. It said Allah is swearing by the day of resurrection, the restanding. And then he says, you can recite a verse and then I'll give the translation. How about that? What's the next one? Wala uqsimu bil. Go ahead.
Alright, let me just quickly get them into surah.
Wala uqsimu bin nasi.
Alright. Wala uqsimu bin nafsil lawamah.
MashaAllah. All right. And then Allah is saying, and I swear by the reproaching soul. And then in parentheses it says, to the certainty of resurrection. So he is swearing all of us will be resurrected. Okay? Go ahead, next verse.
Oh, okay. أَيَحْسَبُ الْإِنسَانُ أَن لَّن نَّجْمَعَ عِظَامَهُ.
You're doing really good on that recitation now, mashallah. And now Allah asks a rhetorical question. Doesn't man think that we will not assemble his bones? Does man think that we are not going to reassemble his bones? That's the meaning of behind the words. Now, we don't ever play with the Arabic, but the translations are never perfect, no matter what you do. So you can adjust, so this, that, and so on, because the English language is very weak compared to the Arabic. So, but we never, ever, you know that, we never change anything in the Quran, but the translations are open to discussion about the way we translate it. Anyway, so mankind, does mankind think that we will not reassemble his bones? Okay, next one.
بلى قادرين على أن نسوي بنانه.
Okay, now I want to show you something about this website. It's called Recite Quran, not Recite on TV, but recitequran.com. And here's a real cool thing about it. Watch. I'm going to hover over. You can't see my mouse, but I'm hovering over Bala. Watch this. I clicked it.
بلى
Bala.
قادرين.
Hi, hello.
على أن نسوي بنانه.
All right. Do you know what banana means?
It says his fingertips.
Yeah. But for sure, it's not a banana. But, you know, I use things like that from the English to help us remember something. The fingertips, you don't eat them like a banana, okay? So next time you hear banana, okay, you know, oh, that's my fingertips, all right?
Yeah.
I do that for the kids that are learning for us. Anyway, so it says, the translation, yes, Allah. Now, anytime that you see we or our or us applying to Allah, and if he's not quoting somebody else saying something, then it's all his quotes. Everything in the Quran is Almighty Allah talking to you, all right? Except when he says so-and-so said this or said that, okay, then he's quoting what somebody said. Otherwise, he's talking directly to the person who is reciting and directly to the people who are hearing. And guess what? Somebody reciting will get some meanings out of this, and parts of it will really hit them, but the people behind them or in front of them, you know, depending on if he's leading the salat, but they will get something else, because the same words have a different effect on different people. Did you know that?
Oh, no, I didn't.
Yeah, because even if you know Arabic and you know it well, you can hear it one time, and then the next time you get something else out of it, and then the next time you get something else, and next time something else, because it is Allah talking to your heart.
Oh.
This is really from the one who created you. It is the only thing we have on the earth right now that is directly for each and every person. Even at the non-Muslims, it is speaking to them. For instance, when we say, Kul ya ayyuhal kafirun, Allah is also saying it to them. Ya ayyuhal kafirun. Oh, you who are the disbelievers. But then we're talking, so he's telling us, he's quoting what we're supposed to say. All right? So indirectly, he is telling the disbelievers, hey, you're believing in the wrong thing. Yeah, that's really, it's an amazing thing, you know, to know what this is really about. Anyway, so Allah is telling him, what about the fingertips? And he's saying, nay. Okay, Bala. Bala is really a heavy duty no, like no way. Bala. You know, la is meaning no. La.
Oh, yeah, I know.
La ikraha fidin. Okay? There's no compulsion in the way of Islam. And La ilaha illallah. There is no God except Allah. But when you say Bala, oh, that's like no way, way. And in Surah Fajr, Allah said, La Bala. And it is super, that he's saying, don't say this. Because the one was saying that Allah disgraced me. And he's saying, no, it's because you didn't feed the orphans and you don't take care of the needy people and so on, the hungry people. So, and that's from Surah Fajr. But anyway, we'll come back to Qiyamah and let's look at it again. And it said, Allah is able to reproportion your fingertips. And again, I'm using the reproportion because they were already proportioned. But on the day of judgment, he's going to reproportion even your fingertips. Now, this is the ayah that is used for a proof that every single one of us has different fingertips. Otherwise, Allah wouldn't mention that. He's going to reproportion the fingertips of every person. Now, it wasn't until just a few hundred years ago that people even knew there was a difference, and a decided difference, that you can tell who put their finger. Any finger that I have is a different fingertip, and all of the people of the humanity that have ever been born from Adam until the last person, each one of us has 10 different fingertips. And by the way, we also have 10 different toe tips, but that's another story. Okay, now I talk too much, but
no.
yeah, bal, okay, bala, now bal. Okay, this is the next one. Go ahead.
بل يريد الإنسان ليفجر أمامه.
Wonderful. I like the way you're reciting now. I even better than I did, and I liked your first one, but the video. But what you're doing right now is really cool. Okay.
Thank you, Jazakallah khair.
But now he said, it isn't. It says "but" in the translation, but actually it's "no." Okay. Humans.
Oh.
It says but it means no way. Again, no way. Man desires to continue in his sin. So, and this is really important to know, that Allah knows very well what we're doing, and he's not happy about it either, you know? So, yeah.
That's true.
All right. So now the next one is fa'idha. Go ahead.
فإذا فإذا برق البصر.
Do it again.
فإذا برق البصر.
Okay. So when vision is dazzled, now what does that mean? When we say it actually, fa is so, all right? Fa-idha. Idha means when. Fa-idha, so when your vision, it doesn't say yours, but it implies that. So when all of these people are being dazzled by their vision, don't know what they're looking at. They're whoa, all right. So and then it goes on to say, and well, I'll let you read it. Go ahead. وخسف.
وخسف القمر.
All right. Now, what is qamar?
Moon.
The moon. Right. What is khasaf?
Darkness.
Yes, sir. All right. So when the moon is in darkness, that's the way you can translate it. But this translator used the words, and the moon darkens. All right.
Okay.
Either way. But now, next verse.
وجمع الشمس والقمر.
Okay. Now, what does the word jama mean?
Joined.
Okay. Actually, Yawm Juma. What does that mean?
I'm sorry, what does what mean?
Yawm Juma. Juma.
Oh, Jama, Friday?
It doesn't mean Friday. What is the literal translation of Yawm is day. Okay, that you got that right. Day. But what is Juma? Juma. It's from the word Jama. And what does a Jama mean? In the Christian...
I think I forgot that one.
Okay,
Sorry.
in the Christian liturgy, that is Mass, the Catholic Mass. They say they have a gathering on the birthday of Jesus, and it is a massive gathering for Christ, and it's called Christ Mass. Did you know that?
Oh, I didn't know that.
Christmas is really Christ Mass. And now we do have the word mass, M-A-S-S, a mass of people, a mass of frogs, a mass of cars, a massive pile-up. A massive means a lot. It means a whole lot. And so that this word wa, it means and. Then it says jumi'a. Jumi'a. What is that? Wa jumi'a. It means that joining, because the mass coming together, okay, of what? And then he says Shamsu wa Qamra. That is Shams, which is the sun, and Qamar, which is the moon. And he said, when the sun and the moon are joined. Can you imagine that? Wait a minute, hold on a second. The moon and the sun get joined. What's going to happen to the moon?
What did it burn?
I don't know, but I'm just saying, rhetorically, what is going to happen to the moon when it's joined with the sun? I don't want to be there. Yeah, all right. Now let's go to the next one. See, this is a very serious proposition that Allah is talking about. This is a reality. All right, go ahead.
يقول الإنسان يومئذ أين المفر.
All right. Now, what does al-insan mean?
The man.
Human beings. Human beings. All right. So,
Okay.
all right. Now, I'm going to put that back up so people can see it. So the human beings, al-insan, the mankind, okay? Yawm idin, that day. It's actually means, when you say yawm, day, idin, which means within. Okay, and that's how they're saying that day, where is going to be the escape. Man will say on that day, where is our escape? And it, in parentheses it says place of, but in Arabic it just says, where is the escape?
Oh, okay.
Okay, now the negation comes. Go ahead.
كلا لا وزر.
Okay, do you notice something here? This particular structure, it says kalla, which also means no, by no means, no way. Again, no way. Kalla balla, that's what it has in Surah Fajr. It's like a huge no. And this is also a huge no, because it says kalla la. No, no. Kalla la. No way. No, no, no. There's not going to be any. And then wazar. Wazara. What does that mean? There's no place that you can hide. There's no place of refuge. All right, next. I'm getting scared. I don't know about you, but this is scary stuff. Okay. All right. Illa.
إلى ربك يومئذ المستقر.
All right. Now, this is like la ilaha. La ilaha illa. That's where the illa comes. La ilaha illa. So it means except. Except. But it says to your Lord that day is the place of permanence. Okay, but I think a better translation, and I'm not a translator, but anyway, illa, it should be except. Because it just said there's no escape, there's no refuge. Illa rabbika. To ka at the end of something usually means you. Okay? Rabbik, Rabba, that's Allah. Rabba, your Rabb, he's your Lord. When you say Rabbaka, that means your Lord. Illa Rabbaka. And I like to think that it's like this is the exception. There is an escape to Allah. And it said Yomo Idin, and then we already talked about that. And we're saying that to Illa, except to your Lord on that day. Then what does it say? The place of rest. Yeah. But they translated it as permanence. But I like being rested permanently. Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay. Let's hear the next one.
Right. Shall I read it?
Yunabba.
Oh, sorry, what was that?
Yunabba. Al-insanu.
ينبأ الإنسان يومئذ بما قدم وأخر.
Okay. Now, what does akhir mean?
It says here kept back.
No, but what does akhir mean? Wa akhir. Akhirah.
Oh, the hereafter.
Ah, okay. Now, that is one of the meanings. When you say Yawm al-Akhir, that's the day after. And when you say Akhirah, that is after something. And this particular translation is saying Wa'akhara. Wa'akhara. And it says kept back. But another way to look at it is that human beings are going to be informed on that day that what we sent ahead and what was after, okay, or kept back. So we kept something that was here and we put something forward over there. Okay, and Allah, of course, is going to know what that was. Oh my God, we're supposed to put a promo up and I forgot to do that. Let's take a break right now. Guys, stay tuned and stay guided with Guide Us TV. We'll be right back right after this.
Stay guided with Guide Us TV.
And we are back. All right, mashallah. And you know what? We have one of our contestants on the phone with us right now. So if you just tuned in, I'm going to tell you that we've been going over the Quran and seeing some of the meanings of the Yawm al-Qiyamah. And it says Qiyamah, or standing up again. And this is a big thing because it's about the resurrection, if you will, in Islam. Yeah, and we do have something called that. I think that it's important for us to right now give our brother a chance to ask us some questions instead of me asking him all the questions. Go ahead.
Ask questions on what, sorry?
Yeah, anything that you want to ask about. You were asking originally about the why your video wasn't up, and then we found that it was actually. Sammy is the brother that we're having on the phone. Let me put his picture up for everybody to see. This is Sammy with the cool hairstyle. MashaAllah. So, Sammy, how old are you?
I'm right now 13 years old.
MashaAllah, you're only 13 years old?
Yeah, I'm 13 years old.
MashaAllah. You know, your voice sounds like maybe 15 or even 17 years old. MashaAllah.
Oh yeah, actually, a lot of people when they see me and I told them I'm 13, they say I look old, and they say the same thing, that I look like as if I'm 15 or 17.
MashaAllah.
And then, not only because like when I stand next to someone in person, like usually my height is, I think my height is 5'8" or 5'9". So then they say like you are so tall, you look like an adult. That's what the people start saying to me.
MashaAllah. Well, yeah, I had the opposite. I had the opposite when I grew up. People, when I was 21, they said I looked like I was 16 years old.
Really?
Yeah, but my hair was out over my skull here. It grew out it was only recently that I looked like an adult. I mean, the last 20 years, maybe I look like an adult. And I'm almost 80 now. Maybe that's good. I don't know. Maybe, but anyway. So if you would like, I think that maybe practice a little bit listening to one of the reciters that we have. Let me see if I can put one up for you. And let's do another one. I'd like to do a short one, Al-Masad. You know what that is, right?
The Surah Al-Masad? Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Uh-huh.
Let me put that one up, and let's see what we got with that one.
تبت يدا أبي لهب وتب.
All right. Now, this is a little bit different than the regular recitation, and the reason is because the children are reciting too. So he is not going to elongate or drag out. Like, for instance, right here, the beginning of it, Tabet yada bilahab wa tab. All right, so, but when you hear him, he's going to do it like this.
تبت.
Tabet yada. Here we go.
تبت يدا أبي لهب وتب.
You see how he cut it off?
Yeah.
So that the idea behind it is that so the children can recite. Now let's listen to them recite.
تبت يدا أبي لهب وتب.
May the hands of Abu Lahab be ruined, and ruined is he.
All right. So that gives you an idea of listening to the children's instruction and then comparing it now to the, let me see if I can do this. I want to compare it to how the same reciter will do it when the children are not with him. I'm going to let the same thing again so the people at home can compare. This is with the children.
ما أغنى عنه ماله وما كسب.
Okay.
تبت يدا أبي لهب وتب.
تبت يدا أبي لهب وتب.
All right. Now, what we'll do, we're going to switch the reciters here, and it's going to be the same person, but without the children. All right, apply the changes, and okay, that means we're going to have to find it again. Masad. All right, here we go. Now you can compare that to what we just heard. Heard it? Tabet yada abi lahabim wataba. Okay, I have another caller coming in. Hold on. Okay, well, we lost them.
Oh.
Yeah, that's okay. They'll call back, inshallah. But you see the difference in the way the children recite and the way the professional, I don't want to use the word professional, the scholars, recite. So whenever he's leading the salah, he'll say, Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Tabbat yada abi lahabin wa tabba. And the elongation of those two places is because it has the symbols for that on it. Okay, here, I'm going to put you on hold. Assalamu alaikum.
Hello, live show SH.
Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam.
MashaAllah. Who is this and where are you calling from?
My name is Hassan and I'm calling from Houston.
Oh, Hassan, how are you?
Alhamdulillah, how are you?
MashaAllah, alhamdulillah, rabbil alameen. What do you got on your mind today?
Recite for y'all.
You want to recite? All right.
Yeah.
Have you already uploaded a video?
Yeah, I'm going to. I'm editing it.
All right. Good. We want as many people to do that as possible. And I'm going to put that up here right now for everybody to see it. Well, I thought I would. Go ahead. You recite and I'll work on that. Go ahead.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. ربنا آمنا بما أنزلت واتبعنا الرسول فاكتبنا مع الشاهدين. ومكروا ومكر الله والله خير الماكرين. إذ قال الله يا عيسى إني متوفيك ورافعك إلي ومطهرك من الذين كفروا وجاعل الذين اتبعوك فوق الذين كفروا إلى يوم القيامة ثم توفى كل نفس ما كسبت ثم إلي مرجعكم فاحكم بينكم فيما كنتم فيه تختلفون. فأما الذين كفروا فأعذبهم عذابا شديدا في الدنيا والآخرة وما لهم من ناصرين. وأما الذين آمنوا وعملوا الصالحات فيوفيهم أجورهم والله لا يحب الظالمين. ذلك نتلوه من الآيات والذكر الحكيم. إن مثل عيسى عند الله كمثل آدم خلقه من تراب ثم قال له كن فيكون. الحق من ربك فلا تكن من الممترين. فمن حاجك فيه من بعد ما جاءك من العلم فقل تعالوا ندعو أبناءنا وأبناءكم ونساءنا ونساءكم وأنفسنا وأنفسكم ثم نبتهل فنجعل لعنة الله على الكاذبين. صدق الله العظيم.
MashaAllah. Hey guys, I want you to know that you can recite on TV as well. It's real easy to do this. You can call us anytime that we're live and you can recite. But also you can enter the contest, make a record.